How many languages do you speak? 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 How many languages are spoken at Harvard? Let's ask the students and find out. How many languages do you speak?
I speak Danish. That's where I grew up. I grew up in a little town called Middelfart in Denmark, actually. I guess I could say I speak a bit Norwegian also. I understand some Swedish. I speak German a bit. And then my favorite language, I would say, is Spanish. And so I've been trying to grind Duolingo in Spanish and speak a little bit of Spanish.
How many languages do you speak?
I speak 2 languages,
And what are those languages?
English and Mandarin Chinese.
How did you learn both those languages?
I just spoke Mandarin Chinese with my parents, and then English at school, sometimes with my dad as well.
Did you grow up in the US?
Yeah, I did.
Okay, but you speak Chinese with your family.
At home, yeah.
I know 5 languages. So I know Fanti, Tree, Asante Tree, English, and a little bit of Sa.
And how did you learn each of those languages?
So I learned Fanti, Tree, and Asante Tree from Ghana. I'm from Ghana, West Africa. And Fanti is my native language. Tree is one of the most popular languages in Ghana. And then Ashanti Tree is closely related to it. For Bosa, I learned it from a South African gospel music group called Joyous Celebration. So I learned it by singing Zulu songs and hymns. And that's how I came to learn a little bit of Bosa. And for English, it's a medium of instruction in Ghana.
How many languages do you speak?
I speak English, obviously, and then Telugu, which is like our hometown language.
Amazing. Wait, are you from Telangana?
My family's from Andhra.
Amazing. Super cool.
Of course, you knew that. That's pretty good. Okay.
How many languages do you speak?
I speak 2 languages proficiently.
And what are those languages?
I speak English and I speak Yoruba.
And how did you learn both those languages?
Yeah, all my school was taught in English, and I grew up in Lagos, which is mostly English speaking, so that kind of helped. And my family, my dad's side is Yoruba. We're from Ogun State, and my grandma used to speak Yoruba to me. My dad speaks to me sometimes. My family members speak to me sometimes, so I kind of picked it up that way. I also did Yoruba in school, but it was more academic than conversational.
How many languages do you speak?
So I speak only English fluently, a little tiny bit of Spanish though.
I speak 4 languages:
What are those languages?
Arabic, French, English, and some Spanish.
And how did you learn each of those languages?
Arabic is my first language. French is my second language. I learned it in school and just speaking with people at home. I learned English at school and through watching movies and series. And Spanish was an option at school.
How many languages do you speak?
So I like to say that I speak 3 languages. I'm learning a 4th one. I speak Spanish from Colombia. I learned English to come to the US. And I also learned Portuguese.
Amazing. How did you learn each of those languages?
Okay, so Spanish with my family. That's how I grew up, and it's a beautiful language. English by myself in high school, and then I also had the chance to go to Canada to improve it a little bit. And Brazil. I went to Brazil to learn Portuguese.
And if you could wave a magic wand and become fluent in any language, what language would you choose?
So I'm learning Italian. I would love to say Italian, just to be fully fluent in the language.
I think I'll choose Spanish just because I love the sound of it. It sounds so sick and it's spoken so many different other places.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I would say Italian is probably my favorite sounding language. Just that not that many people speak it, I guess. So
Yeah.
that's why I prefer Spanish.
Probably Hindi.
Hindi. Why
Yeah.
Hindi?
My grandparents speak it. I don't speak it that well, but also just I just think it sounds really pretty.
If it's a Latin language, I'll choose Italian because it sounds really good, be easy to learn. But if I want to challenge myself, it's Japanese. I am really passionate about anime, so I think it'd be a great skill to have. I also want to go to Japan.
I mean, I'll say definitely Spanish. Spanish firstly, because in America there's a lot of Spanish-speaking people.
Yes, sir.
And sometimes I'm talking to some of my friends and both of them can speak Spanish and we just start speaking Spanish and I'm like, oh, yeah, I wish I knew what they were talking about.
Zulu.
Why Zulu?
Zulu because I think Zulu is a very powerful, beautiful language. The way it's spoken for me carries such an embodiment of grace and power. And so it's a language that I really want to learn how to speak. And I'm currently watching a series called Shaka Lumi from South Africa, and it's about Shaka Zulu. And it's made purely in Zulu, and so I'm learning that as well. It's something you don't see, especially in the African film industry when they are making a huge film like that. They usually speak English because they want to export it. But this is done in Zulu, which is a very good thing.
Probably French. Mainly, I would pick Spanish. I think it's super useful. Well, actually, yeah, I do think it'd be useful, but I think I'm a little bored of it. So I think French. It's got a sexy tone to it.
I think I will also choose Spanish.
Spanish. Okay, why Spanish?
Very popular language, and I feel like similar enough to English, but I took a couple years in high school, but I don't think language is really a strong suit for me, so kind of forgot everything, but would love to know how to speak it for sure.
Could you teach us any word in a non-English language that you know?
Trees is like shu.
Sure.
Like, yeah,
shu. Sure. Probably
yeah,
not. I probably not doing
you're good.
the tone
they
right.
have like different tones.
Okay, what's the tone for it?
I'm pretty sure it's the down tone.
Mhm.
Shu. Like
Shu.
the shu.
Cool.
Shu. Yeah.
Super cool.
So I'll say madrugar, which is madrugar is a verb in Spanish. It means to wake up very early.
Madrugar.
Yes.
I'll teach you a word in Arabic.
Okay, what is it?
Okay. Do you have a word that you want me to say, or?
Maybe something super functional like hello or thank you.
Okay. Thank you is shukran.
Shukran.
Yes, shukran or yaishik.
Yaishik.
Yes, great.
I would say something pretty common in Yoruba. Baoni. Baoni means how are you or how are you doing?
Baoni.
Baoni, yeah.
How are you?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
So I would say medase. Medase is fancy, which is thank you.
Medase.
Medase, yes.
Thank you.
Thank you.
That's amazing. That's amazing. When you're walking around campus, do you ever hear any other languages besides English?
Yeah, obviously. I mean, Harvard is a pretty big campus with a lot of tourists, so you hear a lot of languages, mainly like Chinese, German. You also hear a lot of Spanish.
Korean is one of them. Chinese, all of those. Hindi.
I hear a lot of Chinese actually. Yes. I think a lot of international students also when they're with their international friends speak in their like native language as well.
Yeah.
Sometimes when I'm with my friends, I like maybe do a little Chinglish, like Chinese and English like fusion. So yeah. But I feel like low key for the most part, most people use English.
I hear German sometimes around. Maybe Spanish is probably the most frequent I hear around.
There's a lot of Spanish-speaking people, Italian. A lot of my friends are Italian, and French too. French is also pretty common as well.
English, obviously, Spanish, some French, German, Chinese, Japanese.
I do hear other languages. I've heard Mandarin. I've heard some European languages. I don't know what it is, but I know the students are from Europe, somewhere in Europe.
French is pretty popular, I think. Like the Indian International, some professors speak Hindi on campus.
Yeah.
Spanish is super popular. I feel it's like the more common like languages, yeah.
Do you think it's still important for people to learn languages even though we have technology today?
Yeah, 100%. It's just like a good way to connect with people, and like I think language means a lot. It's like people that like speak to like their grandparents, like family in that way, and like why would you want to lose that?
Language connects you to the soul of other people. It's not about only communication. It's also about touching hearts and learning new things.
If I was talking to you or speaking my native language, and I'm looking at you, I wait for 6 seconds before you hear the translation from the AI, whatever thing you have in your ear. It's not as personal as when you understand and you can respond to me quickly.
Yeah.
You know.
And there's a disconnect there that kind of takes out the human side of communication.
I'm part of like the Nordic club where we meet, or I was when I was here at Harvard, and where we met like every other week, like and in the D halls speaking our own Nordic languages, and you feel like you connect maybe sometimes a little bit on a deeper level.
Because it goes a long way to, number one, keep indigenous practices and knowledge, and also help us to understand history from today and how our ancestors and forefathers used to understand the world through language.
Definitely there's nuances within languages. It's not only like a way for people to communicate, but I feel like a lot of history is brought with language as well. I think that's very important. And I feel like centralizing to like one main language will like lose a lot of cultural significance of like other languages. Yeah. And then otherwise, I feel like it's like intellectually stimulating, I guess, to like learn a new language.
Learning of a language can be a really important, like, different way of thinking that you don't get in any other academics or classes that is important to kind of develop that side of your brain.
With the rise of AI, people need to find ways to stimulate their brains because everyone's getting lazy.
Having a phone and a Google Translation is important to get by, but it is also really important to learn new languages. I think it broadens your horizons.